So this 2005 MGTF looks like it might be the best option.
When you get a good one, and those owners that have been lucky enough to find a good one, they won't have a bad word said about them, and rightly so. But no, it looks real straight. You know, it gives off all the vibes of a car that's been looked after.
And with only 44,000 miles on the clock, what more could you ask for?
2005 MGTF 115. Here we are. Looks a nice little thing there. Where are we then? £2,000 we've got. 2,000. 2-1. 2001, 22, at 2,200 £200 then, at 22, 23, 24, 2004, do you want a 50? At 2004, I've got 24 here, 2450 says Morland, third and last time on sale and sold to the Bangers and Cash team, 2450.
A good car for a great price.
I can't see how you can buy a smart little roadster of any sort for much less than that sort of money. So really, truthfully, if it's prepped right, the little thing should do sort of late 3s, shouldn't it? Early 4s, maybe if you're just lucky.
Unfortunately, Lady Luck divorced us some years back. But let's see what our roadster specialists in Darlington think.
What sort of cars do you like working on? What's the speciality here?
Mazda.
MX-5s.
And if there's any cars that you don't like working on, what would they be?
MGTF.
What was that?
MGTFs.
I'd rather be poked in the eye with a stick, really, than work on them.
Who wants me notice?
So come on then, how much did you pay for it?
£2.5 grand.
Bargain. Bargain.
Despite the obvious lack of enthusiasm, they all have many years of experience working on MGTFs.
What makes them such an awful car then?
Engine's difficult to work on. Anything that you need to do, you've more or less got to strip the car down.
All because the engine is in the middle of the car. Fingers crossed, ours is fault-free. Andy, Owen and Andy are across diagnostics.
There's no water in it, so we might be lucky.
What are you looking for?
Looking for water in the oil. Whenever they come in, they always fail with the head gasket, but they're not for me, definitely not.
So we brought it to the right place then?
Yeah, I'll be showing loads of love.
It's quite solid, actually.
I'm sorry? Are you changing your mind about them?
No. It's what?
Been hit on the front.
It's been hit. There's nothing that's lining up properly, but we won't be able to see it until we get the bumper off.
So it's not looking too bad. Probably time to have a look underneath.
I don't think I need the hammer.
Why don't you need a hammer?
Because there's no holes in it.
Is there a common place for these to go?
Just here where the subframe mounts. Normally, they fall out.
Which means the engine, and everything attached, falls out. So we're definitely in a good place.
It's the cleanest MG I've seen. They're normally rotten.
Found a hole.
Oh my God. Yeah. Strangely enough, this one's solid.
What's that?
That is a low suspension arm. There's now quite a considerable hole in it.
Unusual?
No, it's a pressing and the water will sit in it and it'll just corrode from the inside.
What's happened there then?
It's either been jacked up or maybe coming down off the curb. Water got inside underneath the damaged paint. But that's quite an easy repair. Quite a good one.
Yeah, you bought a good car.
I'm sorry?
Well done.
You bought a good car.
No, I thought you said that.
It doesn't happen very often, but it's nice when it does. In Darlington, Andy Barras and Owen Oliver are dealing with our MGTF and one of its many design quirks.
Because we're changing the lower arm, that bolt holds the lower arm in, purely to get that bolt out because the body's in the way. So we have to drop the whole subframe down to then get the bolt out.
Thankfully, it's been well looked after, so there's not a great deal to do, which is a relief for Owen and Andy.
Brand new exhaust, brand new batteries, documented everything, water pump, head gasket, cylinder check at 33 Kia.
So he's looked after it and he's cherished it.
Yeah, he spent a lot of money.
So have we actually bought quite a nice MGTF?
For an MGTF, yeah.
Yeah, he probably bought the best one I've ever seen. It's like the holy grail of MGTFs.
But time is of the essence.
Take forever to get this up.
Auction day is fast approaching.
Whose idea was this?
This one's much quicker, but it's not as big a lift.
We'll use that one.
I bet I can catch you up. Just use this one.
Just enough time to check in with boss Mark, who reckons he's found a bargain way to boost our hammer price.
I think what we need to do is look at the aesthetics a little bit on yours, try and pimp it up a little bit. And I think the way we could do that is by putting some red leather seats in there. It's a black car, it looks a bit dark, and we just need to lift it. So we've got some red trim here as well on the doors. It could be a way of just making it a little bit brighter for somebody.
Perfect. Recycling parts is not only better for the environment, it's also fab for our budget.
The seats out of this particular car, you'd be looking at £300, and that includes the VAT. That's for all of the trim, the seats, the door cards and everything, so everything will match inside, and we'll even fit them for you.
Bargain. Back in the workshop, Owen and Andy have fitted the suspension arm and are now sorting the front bumper, which looks like it's had a knock.
So we're going to take it off, hopefully find no damage, and refit it.
There you go.
That's it. It's obviously been, the bottom of the bumper's been knocked. That looks all right though.
Yeah.
I think it's just been the bumper's popped its brackets.
Just need to hit it with that big hammer.
Yep, very technical.
The change is like instantaneous, isn't it? The line's back. You've got your line round here, it's not pushed out. Really easy job. I wish they were all like that.
Sounds like our MG might be gaining some popularity. Someone already well and truly won over by the MGTF is Helen Blake.
I can't think of anything more I'd like to drive because they're just so much fun. And you know, when the weather's nice, roof comes down, wind in your hair, topless driving all the way. Way! I think everybody should have one of these at some point in their life.
And Helen hasn't stopped at one.
Working at the car wash.
She currently has 5 in her collection.
This one's super rare. She's number 42 of 90 made in this colour, which is sunspot yellow monogram. She is a princess, yeah, storage queen. Look at her. She's just stunning. That colour just pops in the sunlight.
How much was this one, man?
£800. Can't go wrong, can you? £800 for 3 years of top fun. Even in the winter when it's cold but the sun's out, get the roof down. If it isn't raining, roof comes down. They get better treatment than I do. They've got a better skincare routine than I have. When you drive them, you know which one's your favourite, and it's this one. Oh yeah, I call it the Asbo car because it drinks too much and it makes too much noise. But you can modify them, you can do things to them. You can change the look of them, you can get body kits for them. You can do what I've got, a big silly exhaust, listen to this.
Sounds good, doesn't it?
Oh, it does, especially with the overrunners, like pa 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 pa, I love that. I wasn't really a Barbie girl sort of person, I've always a bit of a tomboy. Always loved driving, I've loved the idea of driving since I was 14. I counted down the days till I could drive.
And when Helen's not working as a teaching assistant, driving is all she does. Racing, rallying and auto testing, all in her beloved MGTFs.
Don't be scared to buy them because they are amazing little cars for very little money.
In Darlington, Owen and Andy are on the home straight with our 2005 MGTF. The repair on the sill is done.
Just a bit of seam sealer, just to cover the joins, and then we can paint it.
The rusty brake discs have been replaced and new pads put on.
We're getting there.
Now for the leather seats. Recycled and reused from a donor TF.
The wife says he's doing this, I'll end up with a job for life.
We're hoping that a splash of colour and the luxury of leather might help our MG stand out from the crowd.
Could these bolts be any longer?
It's a bit better, isn't it?
Just when things were going so well, both the door handles seem to be playing up.
When the door's shut, the exterior handle doesn't work, doesn't open the door, so you have to open it from the inside. Yeah, door handle's broken.
Broken, is it?
Do you have another door handle?
Possibly not. I may have sold them all. Nope. What about the red car one? It'd need paint.
So that should be attached there, which operates the mechanism to let the door open. Unfortunately, that's snapped off. It's quite a common fault on these. It's just the design age, the age of the plastic, it gets very brittle.
MOT failure?
Yes, the door has to open from the outside. So hopefully, Andy can find some.
I think if we can save these, we'll have to paint that. I think. I don't think red on there would work.
Nothing's ever straightforward.
But eventually, everything is done, and it's not turned out too bad.
Got a much better fit on the bumper now, after we've straightened that out. Seats have given it a massive lift.
It looks far better.
Massive lift in the door cards. I think it'll fly through the auction.
Let's hope it does. The original purchase price, including tax and commission, was £2,670. Parts and materials, £666. And labour cost another £1,860, bringing our total spend to a very reasonable £5,196.
Have you now fallen in love with that car?
No.
Probably one step too far. In Thornton-le-Dale, our MGTF has arrived.
To be honest though, it's come back a different car to what it went, hasn't it? Let's be fair. Yeah, no, she's nice, isn't it? It's not all covered in stone chips and all the rest of it. Certainly brightened it up with a two-tone seats, isn't it? Drives really well, really well. And it just goes to show when they're right, they're great. And they are so much fun for not a lot of money. That's the beauty of them now. You know, they're such good value. It's almost embarrassing, isn't it, really? You know, a couple of grand gets you a lovely one.
We're hoping ours might make a little more than that. We're in it for 5.
Truthfully, I don't think you're going to earn a lot of money out of it, if any. But I don't think you're going to lose loads and loads of money either. You know, I think it might cost you £1,000, if I'm honest. You win some, you lose some, don't you? As we all know. The trick is, of course, not to lose on them all. So, all in all, great car for someone else. Yeah.
Let's hope that someone else is at the auction.
Lot number 250 is the MGTF 115. So, lot 250. Shall we start at £250 then?
250?
Yeah. No, I'm only joking. So, here we have got 16, 17, 18, 19, £2,000 bid, 2-1, 2-2, 2-3, 2-4, 2-5, 2-6.
We've just passed what we paid for it. It's not our biggest disaster to date.
2009, £3,000 there at 3-1 we've got, 3-2.
I'm all right with that. Do you know, I'm okay with that.
3-4, at £3,400 bid, 3-5. In County Durham. Thank you, County Durham at £3,500. £3,500 hammers coming down. Sold, 3,500.
That's good. That is good.
We're happy with that. And most importantly, it's gone to a loving home.
We have got a family of MGs, yeah, and more in the street.
Ian Busby is no stranger to MG, and he's very happy with his latest purchase.
Low mileage, decent engine. seems to be quite reliable and surprisingly reasonably economical. Condition-wise, you can see there's very little wrong with it. There's a couple of little marks here and there, but overall, you know, for the year, it's in remarkably good condition. And, well, I like it, particularly when I get the chance to put the top down. I don't know, I think I used to have a motorbike. I used to like the wind in my hair then, and I don't think that feeling's ever left me. MX-5 was the last sports car I had. It was nice, good fun, but it didn't handle like the MGF. That's just something different altogether. You know, you just feel the grip and the road holding, which is far, far better. And I now understand why people like supercars with mid-engines and rear-wheel drive. It's obviously a winning formula.